Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Potential Unleashed. We are back with another video. This is chapter 1067. It is titled Punk Records. Let's get into the review. Now, the cover pages has Caesar and Judge. It looks like they are facing off against each other. I find this interesting because now I can't say if I am 100% sure about this. I know that Queen and Judge were a part of Mads and that they work together, but Caesar is a genius when it comes to being a scientist as well. He's on the level of maybe a little bit below vegapunk, but definitely on the level of Queen and probably Judge as well. So seeing them on here clashing, like I said, I'm not sure Caesar was a part of Mads as well, but just seeing him and Judge interact with here is pretty cool because they definitely have a clash of ideals. The chapter, it starts off with Boney being upset with Vegapunk, rightfully so, as he turned her father Kuma into a cyborg. But we also find out that Vegapunk, well, we know that his head was humongous, and that's because of his brain. Apparently he ate the brain fruit, which allows him to memorize an unlimited amount of knowledge. And since he was a naturally born genius, that whenever coincide with each other, so whenever they work together, him absorbing all the knowledge made his brain so big, so he had to end up cutting his brain off, ended up saving it into the punk records, or the Egghead records, or whatever it's called. So the little apple-like thing on his head acts as an antenna, right, for his punk records, which whenever he learns something or notices something or anything like that, it all gets transferred into the punk records. I find that pretty cool, right? It's pretty interesting that they involved this, because with Vegapunk, I'm not going to hold you, the design, it was kind of weird. It was kind of ugly too. Like this Vegapunk, you can kind of, you know, I guess I can look at him more, right, compared to when he had that big old brain. Now, unless I read it incorrectly, I think it's if you incorporate all 6 paths of Vegapunk mixed with the punk records mixed with him, that's how you end up getting the full Vegapunk. But it also, I don't know if it's if you combine all 6 of them with the punk records or something like that, but once you combine, I'm pretty sure it's the 3 of them. Let me know if I'm incorrect in the comment section below. That's how you get the full Vegapunk, because they have part of his personality mixed with him and being as a person and mixed with the brain. I don't know why I moved, like did a triangle like that, but you know, that's how we get the full Vegapunk. So maybe it'll happen in the future, I don't know. I really want to see the full Vegapunk. Jinbei had something, or did something, that was really interesting, and I agree with, right? So Vegapunk basically said that he wishes that everybody could be on the same wavelength as him and humanity could share one mind, right? Where Chopper basically was like, yo, so if I had, like, if I was on this, I would be able to know all and how to cure all diseases, right? Or, you know, be a good doctor. And Vegapunk was like, yeah. But at the same time, Jinbei was right in saying that people with their conflicting, I think he said conflicting ideologies, right, that would lead to bias, and it would be pretty bad, right? Which is true. But Vegapunk was like, well, scientists, they don't spend all day worrying about that. I'm like, bruh, he's more like less answers on the back end, and I don't think he should really do that. Which is what Boney said, right? She's like, yo, you shrug off sacrifice, don't really pay attention to anything, and she's about to go kill Vegapunk, where all of a sudden he said that the lightsaber that she used, it's like a defect, right? Because bugs are going after him. Boney, she is scared of bugs, so she ends up passing out. I find that pretty funny, where Luffy and Vegapunk talk about, yo, you just came from Wano, right? Was there a big dragon there? And it's like, Momo, you know. And Vegapunk, we know that he said that the devil fruit was defective, or actually wasn't. Well, it was, but it wasn't. Vegapunk is just a perfectionist. The way that he's saying it's defective was because of the color, which pink isn't even a bad color, right? Momo looks still manly, he can still spit fire, he's still strong, and he'll get even stronger when he learns to master it. So he made a successful devil fruit, he just is a perfectionist. Now we cut back to this big iron giant thing, where this is important because apparently it attacked the holy land of Maridraw 200 years ago, but it was actually made 900 years ago. And to make reference to this, there's also in the chapter, there's some notes about chapter 620 about the Fishman laws, that this has something to do with it because of the red line and stuff like that. But the Fishman laws basically was like, before fishmen became officially part of the world government, they weren't really treated as fishmen, just treated as fish and weren't really people. And so that kind of, I guess, I really would have to like really sit down and think about it and look at it and dissect everything, but it's more like little snippets. Like you can probably infer from based off of it. But if they attack the red line, and you also gotta look at people's ages and stuff like that. It's really important that the 200 years ago thing has to deal with this Iron Giant attacking, definitely, because that's how the fishmen were able to get their rights and become notified or actually considered human, right? I think that's very important. But it's also to mention, I don't know if I said this, but the giant, it didn't attack anything because it ran out of power. Nobody was hurt because Vegapunk still hasn't figured out what the proper power source to use, right? And I find that pretty interesting, because Vegapunk, if he don't know how to do it, then nobody's gonna know how to do it. Now, Rob Lucci and CP0, they do dock, and they're like, yo, we're ready to come aboard. Where Vegapunk, Shaka's like, you ain't coming up here, right? You can stay there and you can chill, right? Because we know if you're coming up here, you're trying to kill me. Which Zoro's still there, so there's probably going to be interaction with either Zoro and the Seraphim Kuma, because Zoro knows what a Lunarian is. There could be Zoro and Lucci, or it could be Zoro and Kaku. I think Zoro's surpassed Kaku. I think he surpassed Lucci. But, you know, I would love to see their interaction where we have Vegapunk saying two things. One, he has to give Boney something. It's probably a method of how to awaken Kuma, or how to bring him back to his normal state, right? Maybe not necessarily turn him back from a cyborg. I don't think that's possible. And also, Vegapunk's like, yo, take me away from Egghead Island. We know he has some connections to Dragon, right? We don't know where he's going to go, but I mean, hey, Egghead Island is as good as dead. And also, I want to know, like, if Vegapunk were to stay there, he would die. But, like, because Vegapunk is dealing with ancient weapons, or weapons that were first used to oppose the world government a while ago, like, is that why he's trying to be killed? And also Imu, who stands for, or is the king, I guess you could say. Remember when Sabo was like, the throne isn't missing? Now that he attacked, I think it was Leloucha or something like that, will they end up doing that to Egghead Island? I wonder. But lastly in the chapter, we end up cutting to the Revolutionary Army. We have Kuma. He is going crazy. He was getting repaired by I believe Koala and other members, and all of a sudden Kuma just takes off. He starts darting off, and we don't know where he's going. And then we get the founding members in a spread of Dragon, Ivankov, and Kuma talking about some, yo, Kuma, where do you want to go so bad? And Ivankov's like, yo, the Revolutionary Army isn't dead. We're just getting started. So I want to know where Kuma's trying to go. Is he trying to go to his daughter? Did he see something when he was in marriage, or he finally come back to his senses a little bit? I don't know, right? There's a lot of stuff that happened in this chapter, a lot of setup stuff. I give this chapter about a 7 out of 10. It was one of those, yes, you need these chapters, but it was kind of a little bit boring, not gonna lie, because like I said, you need the information to set up for the rest. But definitely chapters after this will be with more reveals and more stuff that goes on with different characters. You'll definitely enjoy it more. But let me know how you guys feel about this chapter in the comment section below. There is a break next week. I don't know if it's because it's an Oda break or because of Thanksgiving, but I think Thanksgiving is more of a United States holiday, right? But it is what it is. So I wonder what's going to happen. You know, I'm still going to be posting videos and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. So on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.